was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Baniele, surname is Boni, and I work for Street Talk as a filmmaker.
Hi everyone, Gama Nuksindisa, Monakali. I currently serve as a deputy chairperson of Equal Education, and I live in Kailicha.
My name is Tusang Mapangapa. I'm a high school graduate and I'm currently looking for a school.
My name is Aaron Chwabi from Cape Town, South Africa, Philippi East and Lower Crossroads. I'm an artist. I just do poetry, dance, and also acting. Currently working for Cultural Affairs and Sports Department.
So the first question goes like this: how was your first time, like in doing sex? How was your first time?
I don't know what happened because I think the person that I did it with, went a virgin, so she knew. Yeah, okay, this is how it's done. So she knew the procedure, the steps, and everything. Hey, then it's me now. I'm very overwhelmed, very very overwhelmed, and then putting up, hey, it's very difficult, my man. Yeah, because of my mindset, and then the person that I actually was doing with she had experience, and in myself, I don't have an experience with this thing. It's my first time to actually do this thing, and then she's the one who's in control here, my man. She's in control, and then I am very overwhelmed now. I didn't know what to do, but I actually ended up doing it, my man. Then, of course, the outcomes was for me. I actually did it, my fair to so I'm in the crew as well. You know what I mean? I'm also in the crew. We are all together. So, about the virgin, you don't work with us. Come on, go with your instincts or because yeah.
I can't say that I enjoy it or I didn't enjoy it because there was some peer pressure around the community, and there's this thing that we tend to normalize around the rape culture, especially in our societies, because of this conversation that we don't have conversation like this, with one another to talk about sex, talk about sex education. So it depends, only in the school curriculum, and there's a peer pressure that is enforced by our culture, and also that is enforced by the patriarchal society that we're currently living in.
I don't think for anyone the first time is like very comfortable, because most of the time you are very young and you just doing something you were originally told not to do, especially if you grow up in a religious family. So it's something you were trained to know that it's not the right thing to do, especially when you are still young. So most of the time you're just trying to get it done so you can know that you've already done it. And it's mostly peer pressure, because when you know everybody has done it, you don't want to look like Ibaru, Wedwa, and you have not done it before. And it's hard that when it's somebody who's experienced and the girl has to coach the guy. It was better that time because there was not a lot of internet. But now, if you are coached by the girl, so you are trending and everybody's laughing at you. So, yeah, I don't think for anyone it's comfortable. Most of the time, you're just trying to get it done so you can say you had experience now.
As Aaron mentioned that you did this thing with a person that was well experienced, right? And also from my side, while I was doing this thing, that girl was experienced. We were young, but she was experienced. You understand? It was exciting. I would say from my side, it was exciting. And also, I won't be honest or specific then and say that it was special, because I didn't know what I was doing. Things that were happening while I was in that young age. I think I was 14, if I'm not mistaken. Since this, I was young.
I don't quite remember what really happened, but I believe that it was some of the awkward moments for me as a young black man growing up in Kailicha, understanding my positionality within the society, because Zokumbula, that we live in a country that is that some of us as Black, like young men, are not exposed to the intergenerational conversation with our fathers. So if you grew up in a home that when you don't have an older brother than you to teach you about sex, you depend on the curriculum of the school. But we are attending high school at a very young age. So some of the things that we learn about tend to forget along the way.
Your first time when you do that thing, you usually do it on top of the clothes while you're wearing, and also you just kiss and then you run. You understand? Because that shows that you are still young. So how old were you?
I think 16.
Was it special? Was it special from your side?
Yeah, as I've mentioned, that it wasn't. It's a very, as the last two speakers have mentioned, it's a very awkward moment for all of us. And also at the same time, it's not really what you wake up and plan to do. It's the peer pressure, the external forces that influence you to kind of engage in such activities at a very young age. But our games when you grow up, you play on these hide and seek, you play isgoti, and even those settings of playing isgoti are a setting where you have the normal family, that we have, where you have the father, the mother, and the children, all of that. So those are the kind of things that you're kind of exposed to at a very young age, and you're inspired to do in future. As a person who grew up in that type of society. So I think it's both awkward and also at the same time as peer pressure, as I mentioned.
Did you know about using that protection in that a young age? Did you know?
I think we knew that there was protection that time. You knew it was used for sex, but I don't think you really understood it. What is it for? You just knew there was this thing that is used when people are having sex. But if you used it, you just use it for fun because you're just trying to do what everybody else is doing when they're having sex. But I don't think you really understood the purpose of it and what it was really protecting you from. Remember, you are very young. You're trying to do what other people are doing. You don't really know, because sex is not just sex for everybody, right? But when you're young, it is just sex because you're just trying to not be a virgin amongst other people. So I don't think you really knew the purpose, what it was really protecting you from, but you just use it because everybody says that's what the people use when they're having sex.
Our school curriculum in terms of life orientation does accommodate education around sex and education around, but it doesn't necessarily involve some of the different identities that we have, because we live in a society that is very diverse. There are people who identify as lesbian, as gay, as bisexual, as queer, So all of that group in our current school curriculum is not being accommodated in terms of sex education. The only education that we're receiving in our curriculum of the protection that you're asking me about right now is a sex that is between a man and the woman, right? So the adjustment must be there in our school curriculum in terms of sex education, but it's not that broad. But at least when we reach the age of 16, we are aware that there should be a protection when everyone is engaging in sex activities, but it doesn't accommodate everyone in our society. That is my take on that point around protection and sex.
Have you ever experienced her saying no while you trying to initiate to do sex, and then she said no? And what did you do? Did you stop, or did you keep on persuading?
Even though the heart and the soul and the dick wants it, but for the sake of you respecting her and her feelings and her emotions, they have to ease down, all of them. Your horniness, your emotions, and you craving for it now. And of course, but I wanted to, man. I really wanted to, because it already happened in your mind already. Yeah, but and when she's saying no, and you're always yeah, so it's always best for you to actually listen to her and also respect what she's saying.
Back in the days, before I even knew my wife, we went to this party in Nyanga. And then, you know, when you're with girls, you understand, you tell yourself that, listen, I'm going with a girl today. You understand, there's no doubts, and I'll try to approach, and then we're going home. Yeah, and my plan succeeded. And also my friend even helped because he had a car. And then he said, it's fine, let's go. And then we took the lady, and then we go after the party. And then we go to my place. When we were in my place, the lady said no. And I was like, when can you, as a guy, like as Aaron mentioned, something that like your mind already pictured like what is going to happen, etc. We sleep through the night, and then in the morning I took her home, and then we said, okay, we're gonna meet even if next week, but we never met like till now until I got married. So when you said, like someone said no, you need to respect that.
The most enjoyable sex is when both of you are in consent of what you're doing, you understand? Because everybody's enjoying it because both people are willing to do it. But if you are doing it, and even if they eventually say yes, but they're not really into what they're doing, it's like half consent because maybe they trying to make you feel better or they love you. But I think it's more enjoyable when you have consent because it's like two souls intertwining, except like the physicality of it. So I think consent is very important. And if you both are willing to do it, it's much more enjoyable than just doing it because you feel like one individual feels like doing it.
Yeah, it has happened actually, you know, for someone to say no, yeah, well, because one person is horny, then the other one is not horny. But as a human being, you should have ways to, I don't know, if she is saying no, definitely you have to actually respect what she is saying, because these gender-based violence and rape things, they just come through these forms. Yeah, but like these little things, they do matter. Yeah, but because if you're gonna say yes and then you force yourself into her, even though she is saying no, next time you will maybe hit her very hard. Yeah, and maybe you're gonna do that to someone else who doesn't even love you, who doesn't even know you, and that is gonna be a pure rape thing. So these little things, they do matter for you to actually listen to her when you say no, and then you have to respect that.
It's only few of us tend to understand that no means no. Even if you have consent to have sex with someone, but if you remove a protection while you're having sex without another consent, that is still rape. You know, because no one should be entitled to your body, even if you're a woman, even if you're a man, if you're a lesbian, even if you're gay in society. Your consent changes every time. It changes within seconds. You can change it now. I can change my consent while I'm doing this video right now to say, I no longer feel comfortable to do this video. And you should be respecting that consent. Same applies as sex and culture.
My dream, Banele, I don't want to lie. Like being a good man, you understand, for the community and also for my family, you understand. So I just want to see myself to be a good man and also to be a respected man that do good things in the community. So that's my dream.
My dream is for equal and quality education in our lifetime. That's my dream.
My dream is to be internally satisfied and happy.
Yeah, Z, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.